Yo, what's up, gamers? WQ'd here, and I have some very big news. Now, as a lot of you guys know from my video I posted yesterday, there's a cheating scandal going on in the AcktheBoker Randomizer community right now. A guy named iSmokeMethDaily69 was actually accused of cheating in a randomizer tournament match, and some people went over his video and they came together and they said this is almost certainly, without a doubt, cheating. I made a video on this yesterday and I'm going to react to AcktheBoker's video on this. It's 45 minutes and he goes over everything, and you're going to learn who iSmokeMethDaily69 is and what's going on here and who I am and how I'm related to this. So the guy that we're talking about right now that's accused of cheating in the randomizer tournament, his name is iSmokeMethDaily69. He changed his Twitch name to Fat Girls Need Love Too. So this guy is a known troll. He is a troll. But he does play A Link in the Past. He's been playing it for a while. He's not very good at it, but he's okay at it. He's been playing it for a long time. Never took it seriously. Then he started playing Randomizer a lot, and then, people just kind of forgot about him. But we're on his SRL page right now, and you can see he actually did race a lot of people. And I think if you look at a race like this, notice who he's racing with, and it's a lot of the A Link to Past click people. There's Downtime Death is in there. Y'all know about Downtime Death, the cheater. Yeah, I spoke with Daily69. He knew the Downtime Death, Link to Past click. He knew them. He wasn't super tight with them, but he did know them. He did hang out with them. He also knows the current Link to Past click. He does hang out with them. I guess not as much now, but he was pretty tight with them. And I think it's interesting that now this guy, who's a part of these clicks, is also cheating in the randomizer. Totally not surprised at all. 2 other cheaters have come out of the click. This guy would be the 3rd one. I think it's really interesting, and it's really important to note that. So yeah, if you go to his followers, who are his early followers? Greenham, the SNES Chalmers, Serpico, Mudsky, Blunt Bunny right here, you can't see it. Runner Watcher. Not to say all these people are click members. I wonder who this is. I Drink Bush Daily 69. I wonder who that is. But a lot of these people are in the same friend circle, and some of them are definitely notable click members. So I think that's worth noting, and it's really interesting. Now, this was when he created his accounts. This is a while ago. A lot has changed since then, but I do think it's pretty interesting. So yeah, you can see iSmokeMeth. He has a 128. He's 55th on the leaderboard. Should he be banned from this leaderboard for cheating in randomizer? I honestly think that's fair. I think that's completely fair to ban him from the leaderboard for cheating in randomizer. Even though randomizer cheating is pretty widespread, it's pretty easy and pretty common. I think that he's kind of maliciously doing it. It's obvious. And I think these people do need to be banned across multiple platforms. In fact, I say ban them from Twitch altogether. Twitch does have rules about people cheating in online games. It is a ban-worthy offense under the actual Twitch terms of service. Why is somebody allowed to cheat in randomizer, though, in a randomizer tournament and not be banned? That doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me. So I think this guy should be banned from the Twitch terms of service. But yeah, he does have a 128 here. And again, you'll notice who moderates his leaderboard. Oh, Greenham is in there. Oh yeah, most of these people are actually a part of this clique. Most of these people actually talk to each other frequently. And I know iSmokeMethDaily69 either used to talk to them or still does in their private Discords, private chat rooms. That is worth mentioning. That's worth talking about. But yeah, let's watch this replay. Anyway, guys, right here is going to be a chat replay, and it's pretty important to look at this chat replay because a lot of interesting conversation does come up right here. And then the actual video, it's 45 minutes long. It's pretty randomizer heavy. I do have the world record of randomizer, but I don't play randomizer pretty much ever, so I don't know a lot about the randomizer stuff. That's fine. I'm so good at League of Past, and I have the world record in randomizer. I mean, it's going to be pretty interesting to talk about this stuff too. So the first comment comes from Ben Easy. He says, there's 2 big problems. There's no way to prove. Questionable is not enough. Yeah, I agree. I think that's an issue. I think it's a very big issue in the with cheating, and people kind of give the cheaters a free pass because it's like there's no way to prove it, and so they just kind of let it slide. I do not think that's the right way to approach or handle this stuff, and especially when it's like plainly obvious that they're cheating. So we'll see what happens here. And actually, again, I think Ben DZ brings to a really good point where he says he could legitimately cheat for every race and you can approve it. And it's like, this is why you need absolute proof to, undermine a cheater. No, you don't need absolute proof. Like this proves why you don't need absolute proof, because
all right,
if you didn't have absolute proof, like anybody could cheat in any metric. There's nothing you can do about it, right? That's not a metric, so it's a really good point.
He's gonna find his mirror.
So yeah, this was actually in a tournament.
So it looks like he's doing
It's definitely
AGA 1 because they don't have a glove.
Solski's showing off.
All right.
On the pyramid ladder.
So what do you do after you do AGA 1? You got the hook shot and you got the flippers.
So Smoke, I assume, is making a beeline.
But there's a problem.
So what you're watching right now is actually AcktheBoker right here, watching the randomizer race. So there's the commentary for the randomizer race, commentary for the Boker, and then there's also commentary for me. So, and then there's the chat, which is really important to read. And there's a lot of these people actually do play with randomizer a lot. So.
He has a hammer, which came from Zora, but Smoke has already been to the Zora area. He just didn't have enough money because he didn't farm in Eastern Palace like Solski did. We can't see it all. Well, fuck.
Solski in his.
So Solski has found the hammer at Zora, and he also got the Moon Pearl while he was up there.
What could possibly be
but Smoke doesn't have the hammer at Zora, and he's already been to the Zora area. So he's basically kind of isolated Zora as a one-off check. But it's okay because he just got his Dark World access. But he's got all these other things he could check.
It can't be Fire Rod, so what is left of
So he's going to go ahead and get the bow from the island. That makes perfect sense.
Oh, it could be its flute and the Meyer medallion. It looks like.
What's he going to do now?
So I don't know how good the bow from the island would be, like cheating or like screen peeking. So there's like two ways to cheat in randomizer. You could use some kind of like ROM check. Like actually just find where the items are, but then also the other type of cheating is just look at the other guy's screen. Just look at his other screen and like find where the items are. You could also, I guess, have somebody else complete the ROM in like 2xp or something, or just run through it and figure out where the items are, and then kind of just have an advantage there.
Better pick up that that 5 rupee drop you got there.
I think flute,
where is he going?
Or a fetch quest leading to it.
So I don't know how the bow would have made it. I don't know how that would have been indicative of anything, but I'm guessing the big issue here is Smoke Meth is not his route is just nonsense. It makes absolutely no sense. Basically just spawns the Dark Worlds and then runs to the bow. How did you do that? It's ridiculous.
Sure, killing a lot of enemies. Okay. So he went and got.
He might be taking the portal? No?
Oh, nope. Well, you can't take the portal because you don't have a glove or you don't have a hammer. What is this? I actually haven't seen this.
To farm rupees, forgetting that he doesn't have a glove.
Okay, and by the way, Solski had also just got the hammer or the mirror from Agina also.
Is making the high
well, he wanted to farm some money from there, but he didn't have the glove, so he can't lift it up. So he just went ahead and saved and quit.
So it seems like Smoke Meth literally just wasted a minute. So in randomizer, like I think one of the interesting aspects of it is like most of the items you need in Link of the Past, it's built for randomizer. It's 100% built. It's perfect for it because you need a lot of items. You need most of the items, and you need them for like one thing. Some of them you need from a lot of things, and especially you need it for Ganon's Tower. So as you get more items, you can go through more of the game, and then you need a ton of items. And a lot of the randomizer like specific locations, like the pedestal, take a significant amount of time to get to, but if it's an important item, like there's 15 important items, you have to do it. So you're hoping that there's nothing there, right? So if you just ran through the numbers, you would never go to a lot of the specific locations, like pedestal, until it was last. You do it last, right? So Smoke Meth is not doing that at all, and he doesn't even have boots, so he's literally just like walking halfway across the map, and then apparently just saves and quit for nothing. And you see Truthster.
By the way, he just killed
this guy, Truthster. If he isn't banned, I'm going to delete the game.
And he has Dark World access. He has the flippers.
Right, so I would pause the game right now. If you look at Solski on the left, he's doing what would make sense, where he just got an item from the thief, and then now he's getting 4 chests, right? So you have a much higher chance of getting one of the important items from this chest. Where Smug Meth is basically just walking around randomly and then finding one of, like, how he got the bow. Like, how did he get the bow? It's just a little ridiculous, and I think you're gonna see that play out in the rest of this VOD.
Shot. And he chose to go get the bow from the floating island and go run around in a circle for 90 seconds. And now we're back where we started about 3 minutes ago, moving forward.
With the flippers as early as
let's see what he does next.
There was never really
all right, looks like he's heading to pod. That seems like a good idea.
Yeah, and without the gloves, he can't do it in escape either.
Yeah, so Smoke is going to Pendant Eastern.
So this is interesting. This is really interesting here. And actually, yeah, I did notice more big problems in this guy's gameplay. And I think the reason he got the bow, so I think the bow is random. I think he went to the island because you would never check the island. If you just got into Dark World, and I don't even play Randomizer, guys. So if you just got into Dark World, but this makes sense to me. You would never check the island. It's really out, like, you just get into the Dark World, and you check the island, which is a one-up. It's difficult to get to. It takes a long time. That makes absolutely no sense. But I think the reason Smoke did that is because Solsky would never do that. So Smoke is watching Solsky play, and Solsky's checking all the obvious locations. Smoke's checking the not obvious. So if Solsky finds something important like the gloves, which he did find, Smoke's like, okay, I'll just get the gloves later. But if there's something important like the bow on the island, it's going to be really bad for Solsky. That's what I'm guessing is happening. But I want you to read the chat right now because Ben TZ just said, just accept and quit, Troopster. He just said quit. Because Troopster said if he's not banned, I'm going to delete this game. Now, I Smoke Meth was not banned from this, for reference. And this happened 10 days ago. And he was not banned. He's not getting banned. Z4 was same shit. Z4 is Z4TOX. Zatox. He's a Terran Enigma runner. Has an okay time link to pass. And apparently he's a randomizer runner. Last tournament, and he got top 8. So apparently Z4TOX had the same really horrible, mysterious playstyle. Got top 8 in the last tournament. And was not banned. I would say top 16. And then Ben DD says, oh right, because Christos Owen, and admin by the way, and Christos Owen's a big name in Randomizer. Not very good at Link to the Past, but he's a very big name in Randomizer. Completely changed his playstyle and did it back to him. That's interesting. Very interesting. So Ben DD just accused Christos Owen of cheating. By the way, Christos Owen was one of Downtime Death's good friends. He's actually in a voice call with Downtime Death when Downtime Death was posting fake runs, spliced runs, and talking about spliced runs, and Christos Owen was egging him on. I'm not making that up. So, is Christos Owen cheating? I don't have a good history with Christos Owen. I once talked to him on Twitter. He blocked me. He got very upset at me. Not nonsensical. He does moderate speedrun.com. He's one of these bad moderators. That's why I say doesn't play the game. Hasn't played the game in probably 4 years. Knows almost nothing about the game. That actively is against the culture of the game. Actively tries to harm the game. Why is he moderator? Why is this guy a moderator? It makes no sense. It makes like absolutely no sense at all. He doesn't verify times. The only time I can find verified by Christos Owen was actually Downtime Death's alt account, BTILCX. The only run I could find verified by Downtime Death or by Christos Owen. So I don't know why this guy's a moderator, and now apparently he says questionable behaviors in Randomizer. He's had questionable behaviors in the past too. So I think that's really interesting.
Really bad.
Really interesting.
Burned through another 110 rupees.
Chris versus Zatox was 100% staged. That's really interesting. That's really interesting stuff.
To be honest, though, given the knowledge that Smoke has, because he has the mirror, not only does he get to dip pod, but
all right.
he does get to,
oh well, Kiki just grabbed him. You know what?
Really
I'll just go ahead and mirror.
Yeah. So this is another thing, and you're gonna see this later. You're gonna see this later, where he is going to pod, gets Kiki, mirrors randomly. I think he mirrors again. I'm not sure. It makes no sense at all. he doesn't even go into pod, and then later he goes into pod, and you're gonna see this play out.
I'm gonna go over here.
It's just nonsense.
Yeah, I don't want Kiki. You know what? Actually, I'm just gonna go ahead and do Eastern Palace instead of pod.
Just a big 20.
Because I don't really want to pay Kiki 110 rupees for some reason. Because I could do pod and Eastern at the same time and get both those items.
Right, so it would be better if you were playing the game. It would statistically be better to do pod, mirror at the end of pod, and then do Eastern. Right? That's what I'm guessing. Again, I don't play randomizer, but I trust these people, and nothing Smoke Meth has done here is consistent.
But I don't want to pay Kiki the 110 rupees. What the fuck is this guy doing? Is this actually real?
Solsky is he's
Truth
alright,
says
so
he's
now we're in
100%
Eastern
cheating.
Palace.
Don't need 80 rupees.
And
So
he's an
again,
idiot. Well, this is true.
We did AGA 1 to get our Dark World access.
I got all day.
The first thing
Solsky getting the
that we did was we got the bow from the island, and then we walked down to desert.
Making some poor financial decisions.
And then the second thing we did was we went back into the portal to do the
AGA
Dark World
1.
access, to walk
If you
over to
beat
Kiki
AGA
to get the
1
monkey
and
attached
you
to
have
us,
the
to mirror to get
If
the
you
monkey
say
not
quit
attached
in
to
the Dark
us,
World, you are put
to
at the top of
go
the pyramid. You
into
don't get to
Eastern
select your
Palace
Light World location.
again, which we've already been here, by the way. And we are in Eastern Palace. Why are we in Eastern Palace? He's already been here. These chests are already open.
So apparently he's been in Eastern Palace before.
Well, yeah, I
so.
guess we could just go ahead and finish it. It's a crystal. So we'll just go ahead and finish Eastern Palace since it's a crystal. That makes sense. I mean, you're already here. Oh, wait.
Yeah, with
He got a
hookshot
key,
and
but he's not
glove,
going to
he'll be able check
Armos.
out, or with a hookshot hammer, he'll be able
Oh,
to do
yeah,
a
you
lot
know
up
what?
here.
You might as well just pick up a
Even
couple
be able
extra
to-
rupees
Yeah,
while
he'll be
you're
able to get you
here.
the entire era and clear it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you probably would have picked up, like, I don't know, maybe 6,000 rupees if you, like, did any of the other items in the Dark World.
Okay, so that criticism right there is because a lot of the items in Randomizer are like 100 or the 300 rupees, so are red rupees. There's a lot of extra rupees in the run, and the wallet in Randomizer, in Link of the Past, the wallet is 999. They changed it in Randomizer, I think it's 9999, so you have 10,000 rupees instead of 1,000, because you just accumulate so many rupees. So if I Smoke Meth Daily 69 was actually playing the game and running through Randomizer, he wouldn't need those rupees. You need 500 rupees for flippers, and then you need 100 for Kiki. So he needs about 610 rupees. Doesn't need a whole lot of rupees outside of that. But and he was pretty close, right? So why would he get those blue rupees if he's actually playing the game? Statistically, he has a very high chance of just accumulating rupees. It's not you don't really do those rupees, but he got those rupees specifically for a reason, and you're gonna see why.
Out of logic for them. That's
But, like, whatever, I guess since you're here, you're really not wasting any time at all by running around in circles, doing nothing, and then coming up here in the Dark World to mirror to the Light World, to go back to the Dark World, to again mirror to the Light World, to do Eastern Palace to pick up 90 rupees.
Logically, you need.
It seems like he really wants to get that Zora money, though, even though I think, we have Graveyard Ledge you could check. That's one item. You got maybe 2 items in Skullwood, if not 1, but all those chests you could open there. 3 chests in Village of Outcast. You can get every chest but the big chest in Thieves Town. You can do Dig Game, you can check Stumpy, you can do K45, and then you get the 5 easy items in Hype Cave. And then, fuck, you could just fucking, go in and check 1 chest in Swamp Palace if you wanted to right now. But instead, I chose to...
So yeah, AcktheBoker just listed off like 20 reasonable locations that you could check for items. For some reason, like all good locations, for some reason Smoke Meth doesn't pay Kiki 100 rupees. So again, this is the thing. If the reason he did not do pod there, because if he had done Palace of Darkness, he would have lost 100 rupees, right? But he needs to go to Zora. He knows he needs to go to Zora. So he doesn't want to pay those 100 rupees. So he goes to Eastern, gets the extra rupees at Eastern, then goes to Zora, right? And that makes no sense. If you would actually read out the game, you didn't know where the items were, that makes absolutely no sense. Because Zora is one of those locations where not statistically super likely, right? It's kind of out of the way. You have to pay 500 rupees. Not a super high return location. Doing pod when you're right next to it, or doing all those locations, they would be a lot more like statistically accurate. But for some reason, And then why go to Eastern? Like, his plan clearly was to go to Eastern, get the rupees in Eastern, finish it because you need the crystal, and then go to Zora. It's insane. And then Troopster in the comments says, but he's not cheating. They take accusations seriously, not cheating. Which I think is a jab at the admins. Basically did nothing on this. They claim they took accusations seriously. Or no, wait a minute. I'm not sure if that's a jab at the admins for the admins criticized Troopster for accusing him of cheating, even though it's plainly obvious. And then they did nothing about the actual cheating, or if they claim they took accusations seriously, but then they just didn't in this sense. I think it was the first one actually. But whatever the case is, there's two problems here. One, Icebook Meth is cheating, but number two, this seems like a more widespread problem, and then nothing's being done about it. So, pretty interesting stuff.
Try to pick up a rock I couldn't pick up, save and quit, walk back to the portal, go to the dark world, mirror when the monkey attached to me, go back into my portal, mirror again, do Eastern Palace, farm 90 rupees, and then we're going to save and quit. We'll see what he does now.
The chat saying was just a heart from the Armos Knights.
Alright, so we're back. Again, hold on, wait. Can I just look at something really quick here? Like, I have like a start to finish. We're at 33 minutes. When did this all start? Please don't do this to me.
Really necessary.
See, like, this is our second attempt in.
Full heart.
Seems like there's some technical difficulties. So there were another point in this review where he actually learns how to speed up the Twitch VOD.
Please, put me back where I went.
He's going to try and take this.
And I think this is also interesting. So look at Solsky's on the left. He has the hammer. So Solsky actually does have the hammer on the left. So if Icebook Meth... Oh, you know what? Icebook Meth has the hammer too, so... I'm guessing, well... I'm guessing that Icebook Meth just got the hammer. So I'm guessing what happened is Solsky got the hammer earlier, and then Icebook Meth knew where it was. And he changed his route.
What time did it? Was it 43
So we're going to figure out. We're going to find out.
When he finished Eastern Palace?
So he'd have the rupees to make this play.
No, here
Okay, so this is where he went to the flippers.
Well, he's already there. So spoiler, he went to Zora, by the way. I just want to get a timestamp.
So he is probably going to do Village of Outcasts. Keep in mind.
When did he finish Aga?
Oh no, he's going to do Death Mountain.
Right about here. So we finished Aga at 26 minutes.
And let's see what is on the pyramid.
So it took us 7 minutes to go get the bow from Hylia to kill Armos Knight.
That's really bad. So that's really, really, really bad. So in 7 minutes, he got one item. And then kill Armos. So he got one item. Like this is a train wreck. That doesn't make sense. Like I don't know how he's 4-1 by the way. How are you 4-1 in a tournament when you just literally wasted 7 minutes? Like you didn't just waste 7 minutes. Like I mean, and it was terrible. Like his decisions made no sense. And you saw him waste 7 minutes because he would just walk 2 minutes out of the map and then save and quit for no reason. Like why did he in Dark World at Kiki get Kiki and then mirror out? It was nonsense.
Pendant TR.
And I think it's possible. It's possible he's doing that because instead of actually doing the items, he needs to look at the other guy and like collect information. There's another possibility.
Back to where thing. I mean, nothing really bad could have happened. So we finish Eastern Palace. What do we do next?
Burn a spike cave with this fairy, but it is not in line.
Save and quit. Yep, that makes sense.
I'm guessing that doesn't make sense. I'm guessing you would do pod because you have the warp and you're right next to it.
Where are we headed?
Yeah, and Ben Teasy actually confirms my suspicion. He says, it's almost like you have a Dark World portal for pod. So getting to pod is kind of annoying. But yeah, they do have the flute, but still, there's a Dark World portal right there. Like, you're looking, the numbers vary in your favor if you just do pod or run through Piles of Darkness or get some of the items. And then instead of that, he opts to save and quit.
We learned that we don't need to go to the Dark World if we're just going to do stuff in the light world.
One thing that I forgot, because Smoke not have a glove. Or
And you're seeing him go to
We
flippers
don't have
right
to
now.
worry about that. And yeah, like all those items.
This
in
is
pod
how
too,
out
I
of
forgot to mention
how
that.
out
But
of
here we are. We're going
out of
to
place
Zora.
it would be to
I
get the
don't know if
flippers.
it's the same call I would have made
So right now, this is how out of play, how far away the flippers is. You have to save it at the house, walk to the Zora pool, and then walk to the flippers. Why would you do that, right? You get one item from that. It's very low chance, and it's even more than that. He only would have been able to do that if he got the Eastern rupees. He had to get the Eastern rupees in order to do that. Why would you get the Eastern rupees? Because he was at 460. So you're gonna get 500 anyway. The only reason he got the Eastern rupees is because he couldn't have done flippers after doing Eastern, right? If he had done, like, normally somebody could have just done Eastern, not get the Eastern rupees, they're really slow, and then do other smart locations like Palace of Darkness. If you get the rupees along the way, that's great. Eventually you can get flippers when it's necessary or when you decide to go there. That actually makes sense. Instead, he specifically got the Eastern rupees, saved and quit, which makes no sense, and then walks to flippers. Like, you have to save and quit and walk there for flippers.
Man,
and the only way you got the
maybe he was
flippers is
thinking
because
that, like,
you got
oh, there
Eastern
was no
rupees
way that
when you
Soul
shouldn't have even have done Eastern in the first place. Why would you have even done Eastern Palace at all? That is super scripted. Like, that's nearly impossible to happen. It makes absolutely no sense. The thing is, if you look on your left, there's a hammer right here, right? If you look on your left, that means that Solsky already got the hammer on flippers. Smoke Meth was watching him. It's very easy to cheat in Randomizer, by the way. You can literally just open up the opponent's chat page. So Smoke Meth knew that where the hammer was, and he does need the hammer to finish Palace of Darkness. So that's why he did all that, right? And you do need the hammer for a lot of things, actually. But that's, like, very clearly cheated.
So if there's something good here, I must have a huge advantage. Even though I, like, literally wasted roughly, like, I don't know, what was that, 4 or 5 minutes walking around in a circle? That's not a big deal. So I'm just gonna go ahead and do Zora, and I hope things work out. If there's nothing here, though, I'm probably in, like, a really bad spot in this race because of all the time that I've wasted.
Right, so yeah, this is based on normal circumstances. If there was nothing at Zora, Smoke Meth is just flat out loses this race, like, because he just wasted, like, what, 5-7 minutes on doing nothing, and then now he's going to one of, like, the slowest locations he could think of with no boots, no. I think he did have flu, but he doesn't look like he has flu. He doesn't have flu. He has no flu and no boots. Yeah, he has no flu. And actually, if he has no flu, it would make even more sense to go through Palace of Darkness because you can do it right there. It's hard to get to Palace of Darkness. Palace of Darkness is annoying to get to because there's no Dark World portal nearby unless you have the hammer or unless you have the flute. And actually, you would need the hammer and the flute. There's no Dark World portal nearby, so it's annoying to get to Palace of Darkness. And usually you want to do Palace of Darkness on Eastern because you can warp right out. So if he did not get something important here, he loses this just flat out. Unfortunately, he gets the most convenient item he can, and that's because he knows the item's there. Now, that makes absolutely no sense based on its route. His route right now is a complete train wreck.
So here's see if it.
And then
oh my
also
God,
notice what he just did right there, and Ack is gonna notice.
And wait! Did you guys see that? Did you just see what he just did? Let me freeze this for 1 second.
Agony.
So yeah, we're gonna go back there, and it's gonna take a minute. But he was slashing. That was the problem. He was slashing, and this is funny too. I like when he skips digging game 3 times and magic bat 2 times, which aren't like difficult. But it attempts to do purple chest twice, or purple chest would be way more out of the way than both of those.
He wouldn't be able to bump himself back.
Look at that! Oh God damn it! Wait, if I click the arrows, what arrows?
Right. So why is he slashing? That's the big one. What they're called frustration slashes, rage slashes, celebration slashes.
I want to see it in slow mo. Oh. Didn't know that. That's so much easier. Okay, here we go. I've got this at a half speed. So here is the hammer coming. I had 30 locations to check, but I just found the hammer. Oh, slash, 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 slash.
I think it's ridiculous too, because he conveniently got enough rupees
Like,
from Eastern.
that's the greatest sequence I think I've ever seen. Aga 1.
He was acting like they were rage slashes. I'm not really sure. So rage slashes, I guess that's some kind of like low effort meme thing that like kind of not players that don't take the game very seriously. They like kind of, it's like rage pausing in SM64. If they get like a really dumb item or like a troll seed, they like rage. I don't know. That sounds pretty stupid. I'm surprised anybody would do that. But Ice Smoke Meth, it seems maybe he would because he's cheating. So
To walk the desert for no reason, to walk back to your Dark World portal, to walk over to get the monkey attached to you, to mirror to get him not attached to you, to mirror again, to walk up, and then to mirror to go into Eastern Palace, to get 90 rupees, to kill Armos, to mirror, to leave, to walk all the way down, swim into the portal, and do Zora. I'm not cheating, so there's no way. Oh, by the way, spoiler, Solsky.
yeah, that's kind of what I think is effed up.
He thought that, you know.
That's what I think's effed up. Solsky loses this, and he loses it kind of close. And not only that, but look at Swerb. Swerb says, "Here I am sitting at 3-2." Both of these guys are 4-1. Smoke was actually 5-1 after this. And you have people who actually like try and actually care, like real runners that lose, that are losing for like no real reason. There's like no legitimate reason they're losing. And Solsky lost and like kind of unfairly, and he like actually tried, probably. Yeah, I don't think Solsky's cheating. So like, it's so easy to cheat in randomizer, and BenTZ already accused 2 higher up people, and I've heard other like admins accused of cheating as well. I don't think BenTZ's wrong. I don't think that it was an accusation. It was just an accusation, and he's upset. No, I think BenTZ's actually thought about the situation, and it's like, you know what, he probably is cheating. Chris Owen, Daytox, the other people mentioned, they probably are cheating. Like, you know what, they probably are. And it's kind of lame. It's kind of lame. Kind of messed up. And I think Chris Owen actually would get the most out of cheating too, because his whole like stream is kind of based on his image that he's like good at randomizer. He's not good at actually the pass. Like, he's actually not good at link the pass. He never was particularly good at it. He was good at it at one point. Nobody played the game back then. The competitive scene was like really, really bad. Zelna exposed most people. He was one of them. And then I kind of destroyed his time as well. A lot of people since then have completely, he's like ranked like 23rd now or something. But he has this image that he's like good at randomizer. I don't know why anyone thinks that. Like, why is he good at randomizer? I don't think he's good at randomizer. I think he actually has a lot to get out of cheating, because if he wins these tournaments, it keeps up this image.
Hold on, wait. I feel like the interview is. I heard that the interview is really good. Let's just go ahead and fast forward to that.
Going to try and take this hammer.
With the butter or tempered sword, 12 hits. With the master sword, 24 hits.
Yep.
Oh wait, sorry, Solsky. I was giving you the benefit of the doubt that you were in the lead there, but I was wrong on that one. You fucked up by finding the hammer early. If you would have found that hammer like about an hour later, you might have had a chance in this race, buddy. But you're not supposed to find the items. You're supposed to wait till your opponent finds them, and then you find the last one, not the other way around.
Down to 3.5 hearts. Gotta be careful.
Yeah, he doesn't have a fairy, does he?
No, he does have a blue potion though.
Oh, okay.
Both our runners picked up a blue potion. I believe in, I think in Swamp Palace.
Yeah, he's got a potion. He's.
Alright guys, I'm in the middle of watching this video, and I just got a very interesting announcement. Some people yesterday suggested that this account, the King of Leon, also known as Chungli Wannabe, a very suspicious profile that popped up on the 22nd of May, slightly after Iceberg Meth departed. By the way, he was never banned. He departed. Slightly after that, Chungli Wannabe showed up. Has been doing very well in randomizer runs. Seemingly suspiciously, because he just randomly popped up. I just got confirmation that this is almost certainly, without a doubt, Iceberg Meth, Daily 69. So gamers, again, the King of Leon is in fact Iceberg Meth, Daily 69. This was proven to me, or it was very heavily suggested to me, and this actually was suggested to me last night or 2 nights ago when I was streaming in my chat, a lot of the randomizer runners were talking about this, and I said, hey, this guy is just too suspicious. And then today, breaking announcement. So this is I Smoke Meth. Let's get back into this video because the drama here is intense. This is really insane stuff.
Fine. I don't know.
Okay, chat pointing out that there is.
All right, yeah, doing Ganon. It's fine. Give me 1 second. Let's just speed this up a bit.
Be careful to not get knocked off. This is the torch glitch. Oh, he's set up for a double. It's the double. Almost got the triple to finish.
GG Smoke. What an excellent game.
Almost got a triple to finish. GG, brother.
Looks like you got a triple to finish. So it's going to be a very close finish, but here's the door, there's the dot done, and Smoke, congratulations, you're moving on. Get your GGs in chat, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, Smoke finishing with an official speed gaming time of 1 hour 46 minutes and 25 seconds.
Hello, will you be my friend? That's really funny, because, you know, Solsky thought Smoke was his friend too, but he fucking sniped the shit out of him, so.
Man,
I love that because that's the same claim that Downtime Death has with the Link to Past moderators. The Link to Past speedrun leaderboard moderators, Skriva specifically, claims Downtime Death is his friend, but he's cheating, he's posting fake runs, he's lying about it, making alt accounts. I mean, he's not your friend. Like, you guys, you're both just corrupt. You're both corrupt. One we have evidence on.
Get him in for an interview shortly.
You might want to delete your Facebook request on that one.
Now that I know the best tech, I can squeeze out a 5-2. I probably do.
Alright.
I
don't know.
And you can't get banned for it.
Lucky.
Swerve, you can't get banned for it. You can't get banned for cheating. I Smoke Meth was not banned for this. This was near unanimously decided that he was cheating. Everyone said he was cheating. In fact, it was a lot of people they statistically looked at it and they're like, this is impossible for him to have done this. It just makes no sense. He was not banned. And then now he has an alt account. He wasn't banned. Now he's an alt account. And the moderators actually were they were antagonizing the people who said, hey, can you look into this alt account? Can you look into the King of Leon on Twitch? And can you look at the IPs or something? Like, can you do something? Because it's just 3 followers? 4 following? I mean, come on. Speed gaming. He's won 2 races. That's the leader. He's won 2 races and he got second and a third. His only loss was a forfeit. It was his first race. Second race he wins by 50 minutes. How? What the hell? Third race he gets second in 37 people. He gets second place by 16 seconds. And by 14 seconds. Third race he wins by 12 minutes. This is an alt account. This is an alt account. Yeah, it is. It's Smoke Meth. So come on. And you know what? You know what too? He's cheating in these races. He's cheating in these races. He cheated in this race. Like, obviously he's cheating. Probably didn't cheat in this race, but he cheated in this one for sure. Yeah. Not banned. He's not banned, but you can cheat, Swerve. You know, apparently you can actually just do this. You can cheat. You're not going to get banned. It's no big deal.
Solsky also going for a speed.
Why am I awake?
Spin strats, getting the doubles.
And he also got a really nice position for Ganon. Plus, he has the fairy, so the
Kill
lack of
Aga
health
and
is
run in
nowhere
circles.
near as big a deal as it might have been for Smoke.
Yeah, we're already on the next last phase.
I guess that would be a fun way to go ahead and just forfeit from the tournament, is to just play your bracket match and just do a Aga for no reason, and then once you do Aga, just literally run from the Dark World to Desert, back to the Dark World to Desert, and then go try to open pod, but then mirror, then go in Eastern, and then save and quit, and then go through
That's what he did. That's what he did, Slivers.
Run to Desert.
Do this the old-fashioned way. You leave with tempered sword, you need...
Until your opponent finishes. So
With,
do that
butter
for
or
like
tempered swords will
90
dance with
minutes.
the master
Until
sword
your
to
opponent
avoid
dot's
wins.
done.
Yeah.
And then just forfeit and say GG.
And I believe you can only get 3 swings per phase with the torch glitch.
Yeah, the torch stays lit for 2 transitions, so
And
if
then
you're
just go and
really
do Aga.
quick and you're able to light the torch and hit him on the same transition, you get
X and go mode. Wait, why is he doing Aghanim? Does he know he doesn't need this?
Solsky's making very quick work.
Oh yeah,
and
this
during
is
the
very
time
well
limit.
done. He's really low on
Nice
magic,
cave
but
spin.
again, he does have that blue potion if he needs it.
They said that was a good Ganon.
Hey,
It
what
wasn't a
are you
good Ganon,
doing?
but whatever. Randomized.
Why'd you do that? I don't know. I saw some other guy do it, and it worked
Man,
out for
what a
him.
race.
Yeah, this is sad. This is really sad.
Is he gonna come talk to us? Solsky, I don't want to hear you talk. It's gonna hurt me too
Everyone
much.
get your GGs in chat for Solsky finishing with 1 hour 48 minutes 54 seconds. Less than 2 minutes between our runners. Absolutely amazing work as we're gonna get both.
Yeah, less than 2 minutes. That's such horse shit because he spent like 6 minutes just walking in circles. Like narrowly win. So lame. The thing is, Smoke Meth has generally better movement and like, execution than most randomizer runners because he actually did run A Link to Past for like a few years. It was never good at it, but he just ran it a lot. So it's like you do accumulate knowledge and like just stats and stuff. So
Yeah, that has got to be one of the hypest races I've seen quite a while, as expected from the 4-1 bracket.
Yeah, absolutely. Some very good routing and some very good execution from both of our runners.
Oh, but great execution, but also a little luck. Ultimately, I think
a little luck.
Definitely was what propelled Smoke into pulling off this win. Although he definitely saved
Damn.
time with
Man,
not
that's kind of
doing
like the
things
fucking
like
thorn in the
hustle
side
cam
when you know
or,
your opponent checks
left
17
side
less
of,
locations than you, but you
Swamp
end up
Palace.
doing silverless Ganon and he has silver. Get fucked.
But we are working on getting our racers in here.
Hey, don't blame the commentators, guys. No salt to them. It's their job to make this fucking
Yeah,
nonsense
I may or may
look
not have had some
legitimate.
questions I wrote down.
That is
I have some
true.
questions I wrote down.
That is true. But I still
hold on.
hate fake hype commentators. You see the same thing in Melee. It's people that just like are trying to get a job, trying to kickstart their career with commentating, and they just don't give a shit about the game, and it's really dry.
Let me just check my notes here. So, how come you walked around and did nothing for 5 minutes?
So
We noticed you were doing that. What were your thoughts on that?
It shall remain a
I have other stuff written down on my notes too, but it's actually just that same question written down 30 times. It's on all 8 of these sheets of paper. So if you could answer that question for us, I would really like to know.
And with that ding, that means we do have Smoke here in the commentary.
I think this is interesting as well. Ben Teasy says, I had a big discussion with Tej about why this is a problem. The monopoly Speed Gaming has in Rando essentially makes it like you can't do anything about cheaters. You're not DQ'd for bringing it up. You can't do anything. So I think this is interesting because this is the same monopoly I complain about that the Link to Pass click has over the Link to Pass moderation. They have the same monopoly where pretty much like who's all the people that were moderated for the link to, like speeder.com Link to Pass. It's everybody in this like click friend circle. They just pick the new guy that verifies runs because none of them know or do anything. They also the same people that moderate the Discord, and it's the same people who are running the tournament that I was basically DQ'd from for no reason. Like I technically missed a match. I was told it was at 6 p.m. It was at 3 p.m. Eastern, right? I was told at 6 p.m. But apparently it was at 6 p.m. Eastern, which is 3 p.m. in my time. I showed up at 6 p.m. I said, hey, what's up? 24 hours later, people responded to me. So I was like, the whole night, I was like, what's going on? Nobody responded to me. They DQ'd me for this. It's ridiculous. It's the exact same monopoly that I criticized. So I'm glad Ben Teasy and Tej are criticizing that, or talking about that, because I think this stuff does need to be talked about more. I find it hypocritical that TGH is talking about that, because he was criticizing me. He was criticizing me for speaking out about this stuff. Now he seems to agree with me. I don't know, dude. I don't know. If he does agree with me, great. If he's actually being hypocritical here, I don't know what he's doing. He was heavily criticizing me for this. He was saying I'm wrong and that there's no click. But now he seems to agree with me, but this is the second time I've caught him being hypocritical. It's the second time, but I'll give him a slide. I'm gonna give him a slide. Okay, it seems like Ben Teasy misspoke. He says you are banned. You're not DQ'd for bringing it up. You're banned from Speed Gaming. You're banned from the Discord. You're banned from future tournaments. You're banned from everything. I am so lucky that I do not have to deal with that. That is a big problem, and I know a lot of people don't speak up about it, cheating and stuff like that. And a lot of people specifically did not speak up about downtime death cheating because they didn't want to get ostracized from the community, and so they just didn't talk. I'm lucky on that aspect. I don't submit my runs to thespeedo.com. I'm not a part of their Discord. I don't interact with them. I don't watch them. They never financially supported me in the first place. The Link to Pass tournament I was DQ'd from. Well, guess what? It's a complete train wreck. I can compete on my own Link to Pass, so I'm lucky, and that's actually why I speak out a lot about this stuff, because I can. These guys can't. They just can't. And I would say it's almost worse for them because they're actively competing against cheaters. I at least got Downtime Death. Well, this is funny. So I got Downtime Death banned from the leaderboards multiple times. That's because they kept putting him back on the leaderboards. So I actually was being forced to compete with him too. But then I kept talking about it, and they kept removing him. And they're still doing it even now, fortunately. So yeah, I do think that's really unfortunate.
Having a little mic issues. I think he probably dropped it back in desert when he was trying to do rupee farm without the gloves.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tripster brings up another point, and I talked about this in my vlog I just did. You can cheat, like you actually can just straight up cheat in the tournaments. They can't and will not do anything about it. There's no money on the line either. Like it's immoral. I guess it's immoral to cheat. That's all that there's against it. There's no repercussions. You can't talk to the moderators about cheating. That's fine. And then also, it's impossible to prove you're cheating. And a lot of people hold that over. They're like, well, there's no absolute evidence. Same thing with Crystal. No absolute evidence that Crystal cheated. It's the same issue here. Well, you can't absolutely prove that Smokemeth didn't cheat, even though he almost certainly did. Well, it's not an argument. It hardly means anything. It's a terrible, terrible argument. Yeah, I don't think you should cheat. I'm against it. And I think you're cheating yourself, frankly. I think if you cheat, you're cheating yourself.
You with us?
But what is anybody going to do about it? You know? There's no money on the line. Like it's totally fine.
Can y'all hear me now?
There we go.
Yeah.
According to the moderators, it's not an issue.
What a race.
You have no idea. And it looks like we're joined with Solsky as well. GG to you both.
We're gonna hear a very painful interview.
Thanks, guys.
That's GG, man. That was
Good game. Solsky, how do you feel that your opponent cheated against you?
One question that I want to ask
What are
the
your
both
thoughts?
of you real quick. How did you feel finding boots in the first chest of pod?
The boots were in the first chest of pod, and he didn't want to go.
Yeah, okay, listen to that. The boots, which is a very important item, it'll save you like several minutes on the run, at least, was in the first chest in Palace of Darkness, and that's because there's a lot of chests early on in pod that you don't need the hammer to cover, and he was right next to it, right? So statistically, he would have been favored for just doing pod, but instead he walked to the flippers because he knew hammer was there. Just ludicrous.
Because he didn't want to pay the monkey because he's too fucking stupid to know that rupees are in there.
Ended up being to head to pod and go in there at about 30-some minutes or so. Like as soon as I got Dark World access, I was short on money and I wanted to do it because if it was bow locked with no item in there, I just wasted 100 rupees that I needed for Zora.
Yeah, it was
hold on.
very interesting.
Hold the
Solsky,
fucking phone. Did this guy
made sure
say
he got his 500 rupees, took
he
advantage of
didn't
the
want to
rupee
be
room
bow
that's
locked
hidden
in
away
pod
in
when he
Eastern
had
Palace
the bow?
to get the 500?
It was literally the first
reward
item that he
with the
got
ruler of
before
all
going
things
to
Zora.
pod. He's like, I didn't want to get bow
Snort
locked, so that's
made
why I
the
didn't do
earlier chat,
pod.
Couldn't afford Zora, but found the moon pearl on the ledge.
You can come up with something a little bit better than that for stream.
That's a lie.
In fact,
Yeah.
if you would have told us you were stream sniping,
He actually literally
like,
just
it's-
lied. He literally just lied. He said he didn't want to get bowlock. That makes no sense. It actually makes absolutely no sense what he did and his explanation.
fine. No one's gonna
Yeah,
do anything to
believe it or
you.
not,
But like,
you actually
please.
both found boots within like 1 minute of each other. You both were in pod at the same time when y'all found boots.
So this is what I criticize. These credits. This is what I'm so critical of all the time. This looks like it's a wonderful thing, accepting thing. Everybody loves it. It's all about fun and engagement and acceptance. The liberal crap you always hear about. No, this is a lie. This is just another flat out lie, and it's the same crap you see from the Link to Pass clique, the Link to Pass community, the monopoly, whatever you want to call it. It's the same lie where they all talk about how they're just friends with each other and Link to Pass community is so great. These people don't feel respected. They don't feel welcome. They feel like they were lied to. They feel like the people are getting away with cheating with no effort. And guess what, guys? They are, because King of Leon is streaming. I mean, May 23rd. he's probably gonna be in the next random race. Nothing anybody can do about it. Like they literally are getting away with cheating. Like of course I would think you do feel lied to. I have that same problem. I've had that problem for years, and I've always tried to speak out about it, and I've been more successful over time. It's not the League of Legends randomizer community. You know, I'm all for the little guys. I love casual players. I'm all for people playing like the past. This is like taunting. When you know what these people do, when you know what the community and the community directors, when you know who they really are, how they act, how they operate, like in this monopoly. Why? Who's special thanks? They just pick random people. You know this is just taunting. They're just taunting you. They're just trying to fuck with you. It's like messed up.
The seed, expletive the seed, and I was like, same. So,
Yeah,
Not that all those people are bad, obviously, and I think that's kind of lame too. Where it's like some good people do get mixed in it. Like that's something that actually oftentimes is used against me. Where I would say the community sucks, and people will say, "Well, what about this one guy who's obviously innocent?" Like, get out of here, dude. Like that's like part of what their game is. They like get people who are innocent and like kind of new and like kind of they get them involved, and it's like now I can't criticize everybody. Well, eventually I just started criticizing everybody. It actually worked out pretty well.
Dark world access. Smoke did not.
too.
So
I think if you're part of something that's corrupt and you don't speak out about it, you're corrupt. Like you're corrupt, dude. Get real, dude. You're less corrupt than your friends, but you're still corrupt. You can't speak out about that stuff. Get real, dude.
Dina had progression. Zora had progression. Catfish had progression.
Oh yeah.
Catfish had progression?
Was really interesting that
You mean to tell me this motherfucker probably ended up going back to Catfish before it was like, I could do
Oh, just listening to what they're criticizing is ridiculous. So Super Dan Taylor says you should check out his pretty sweet Skull with Rooting at 3841. I'm guessing it's more of the same. But we'll take a look at
or
it.
I could just go walk over to Catfish.
Anyway, and at the time you find Ether, and you had no clue that was actually required.
This guy took about 18 trips to the Zora area for no reason.
yeah, we were really nervous when we saw you heading toward Pod without the hammer smoke, and I think you actually went as far to actually grab Kiki, but then save and quit or mirrored out with Kiki, because we were actually commenting and we were like, holy cow, he's about to spend money that he needs to get that hammer from Zora.
Dope.
So why didn't you do that? Tell us.
If I was bow locked up there, there's nothing I can do. Obviously, something has to be on Zora, gloves, or hammer, so I can.
If I was bow locked, something had to be on Zora,
Which is a lie, he
gloves,
wasn't
or
bow locked.
hammer.
Actually, this is
If
And actually, I
was
think that's
bow
interesting
locked,
too.
Something had to
He
be.
claims he was bow locked. Immediately after, he claims he was bow locked, and that's why he mirrored at Kiki. He literally did Eastern Palace. Immediately after that, he did Eastern Palace, which you need the bow for. And not only do you need the bow for it, you get the bow in Eastern Palace in Vanilla, in Link to the Past, in Link to the Past. And it's like, you need the bow the most in Eastern Palace. Oh, what are you saying, dude?
Zora, gloves, or hammer.
So bow locked, I'm guessing that means that if you don't have the bow, you're locked out of finishing it. Because you do need the bow for mimics. There's 2 mimics room in Palace of Darkness, by the way. So you'd be locked out of a lot of chests. So it would be annoying. You'd have to find the bow again. And he didn't have the hammer at that point too.
I was bow locked. Something had to be on Zora,
Yeah, that fire
gloves,
rod, I forgot about it.
or
I did
hammer.
I did Hookshot Cave and left and did Spike Cave. Then when I was saving quit, and I was like, there's a reason I went up there.
Yeah, and
If
Spike
I
Cave,
was
of
bow
course, paying
locked,
off
I could
with
have
the
done
temperature
Zora,
for
gloves,
you.
or hammer.
But,
He
honestly,
legitimately said
probably
that.
sealed
That's
the
that's
deal.
like a combination of a lie and like
Smo-
super
uh,
stupidity.
Solsky
Like
got
extreme
right
stupidity.
side gamble. Solsky, did you still think you were behind and made the? Is that why you made the right side gamble?
A little bit. I mean, me and Meth Smoke, do like to go left side a lot. So I
Did Solskjaer
figured
just say
with
Meth?
that
I want him banned.
and
I want him banned
just
now.
having everything I had, I I figured I might as well just go right side and leverage it, because I normally don't, but I did feel a little behind. I almost considered doing tile room, but I didn't think I was that behind either. So it was worth it just to do first 4, and then I looked at my arrow count, didn't want to commit to full Armos, and went that left side. Saw a big key on torch. I was like, well, I'm kind of glad I didn't commit, so. It was fun.
Every step of the way.
Yo, does Smoke know that if he has the flippers, he doesn't need the hammer
when y'all both entered pod
or the
race
gloves?
was so close at that point.
He's a really good runner.
There were
He's been around forever. Surely he knows that.
Swung the race in
I have no idea what they're talking about.
either direction.
Laugh and nod.
That you differed on. Smoke.
I
you
mean,
opted
flippers
to
obviously
leave
are not a
pod,
sequence break. They were required to get the
before
Moon Pearl.
taking out Helmasaur.
Yeah, I felt
Solsky, you made the
way
Helmasaur
behind
play.
like a fucking, or like.
Yeah, and then also.
I think this is
Smoke
interesting too. Look at the
opted not
collection
to
rate.
do the right
Look at
side.
collection rate. So he picked 17 less chests. So he wasn't more efficient. He won by 3 minutes. Not because he was more efficient. It wasn't because he was faster. It wasn't the routing wasn't better. The strats were better. He picked 17 less chests. He picked the right items. Well, how did he pick the right items? Because Solsky picked the right items, and then he happened to pick the right items.
Pod, which
That's just wrong.
Right
I think
size.
only like 600 rupees.
Right side.
Oh yeah, right.
Swamp, yeah, 2, 3,
Yeah,
two,
left
a
side
pair
of
of
it.
300 rupee secrets. But probably the thing that swung the thing around. Solsky, you remember that shovel on the library bookshelf?
What the
You know
fuck
what, I actually
is
forgot
going
about
on?
that.
Smoke did not and dug up the silver arrows.
Should go back
of
to
the grove.
109
That
on the
allowed
race
him
timer.
to just
I will
steam
do
through
that.
with
I need to
Another
also check
medallion.
out what Super Nintendo
He is
Taylor
headed-
posted. 109. What on earth could I haven't watched this
Immediately
because
that-
I was at work today.
But there is still Gary's long
So
stuff. To check Desert Ledge, while that there's nothing.
all right, here we are.
We've
We've arrived at our destination.
Or anything. So unless he does for
Yes.
Smoke, because he has no he can't route it in with Zora or anything. So unless he does the Graveyard Ledge route that Solsky did, that's gonna be bad.
So what do
news.
we? I don't know what we're okay. We're in Village of Outcasts. We finished Thieves Town. We finished Skull Woods.
Smoke is headed towards grabbing the blacksmith. So let's see how expansive his world tour is. He definitely needs to catch up.
At this point, he's still skipped Dig Game. All right, so we got. So we have a flute on the purple chest, and
just
ether at
finished
catfish.
Checkerboard
All right,
Cave,
that's pretty
so
good.
The play for Solsky probably has to be backdoor your
Yeah,
way
Solsky's
into
got a lot of
Desert and
items.
see
It looks
if he
like he's
can
doing,
find
you know, just fine
If
in this
he
race.
does, he's got a commanding lead at this point.
No, he didn't skip Village of Outcast. I'm sure he's already checked those. He's already done Thieves Town. So I'm sure he did check those chests. I
Yeah,
think
it's
he
entirely
skipped,
possible that, boots are required.
you know, maybe a lot of the outliers like
Desert
Dig Game,
Palace.
all that good stuff. But here we are.
And
We're
at
turning
that
in the
point, he's
Smith.
got to abort that and go somewhere else.
Because that's good, because the
Just
flute
the
is at the
map
purple
on the tour,
chest.
so
Solsky
Blue's not
found that out
required
for
for
us.
this.
Solsky is really the unsung hero of this race by finding everything that they need the
Smoke
whole
may have laid
time.
his portal a little too close to the door.
Okay, yeah, so he skips the Bat Cave here, it looks like,
out and get
which
back
is
in,
stupid because
so
it's
just
very
another
easy.
mirror portal.
All right,
You
so
would
we
go
have
to the
powder,
right, yeah, you
though.
would go
We
to the
could've
right
done that.
mirror and check the Bat Cave. They still need important
Not
items.
gonna make that check. Interesting.
Okay. So the commentators noticed it as well. You know what? It's a really long check, you know. You gotta, like, mirror and walk in there.
So it does. Look
It's
like
it's
Smoke is
impressive,
doing
to
the
be
north
honest. The
route, so
guy
hopefully we're gonna get
has
a
no
catfish
issue
check.
spending roughly like 5 to
Yeah,
6
it
minutes
does look
walking
like
around
that
doing
is
nothing.
the prevailing
But to be
logic.
so
He is at least
bothered
gonna
as
check
to
the
like
upper cave,
open out
see
his
if that's
menu
not
and
gonna
mirror
know.
and pull out another item to
At
like
least we at least know he's
cast
getting
a
his flute.
spell on a pot
He'll
to
still
get
be
another
looking for ether
item.
without the catfish check,
I
but
you
at
know what
least he
I
knows
I
his flute.
understand. I
Yeah,
actually
so-
understand.
Yeah.
So he skipped the bat. I mean, it takes probably like 40 seconds, maybe 20. But he's doing this where he like, what did he do? He walked. So he checked that thing. He has the purple chest. This is, and he's gonna get the purple chest, right? Because he knows the flute's in the purple chest, so he has to get the purple chest. Again, like look here on the left, he knows who the flute is. So he's literally he checked up there. There's nothing there. So he's doing the purple chest. Like if he didn't know where the flute was, like this is stupid. You don't get the bad, but you get the purple chest. That's ridiculous.
For him.
All right.
Solsky finding the compass, so Landmole.
So we're taking this purple chest all the way up here to do graveyard ledge check.
Certainly.
Yeah, and so it seems like he's really attached to the purple chest,
It's one of those
which it does have.
Seemed like
It does have the flute in it. It's looking for it. You need the flute for Meyer, by the way.
You know, this guy has probably only walked by this area about 13 times. Well, we lost our purple chest. That seems pretty shitty. You have to mirror and then let go of the purple chest. If you do it in the vice other order, it's gonna not work out. But that's alright. That purple chest never has anything in it anyways. We'll just say fuck that.
Okay, so that's interesting, yeah. So he look how attached he is to the purple chest. Not the bat cave, not digging game. I mean nothing else, but the purple chest for some reason he's really attached to. Again, he does need it to finish the game. He accidentally loses it here, which is just a stupid move. So he goes back and gets it again. Like if you were statistically running the thing, I mean it has one item, it's a horrible item. I mean it's a time loss. It's a huge time loss. Big commitment to get it, right? So if you were to statistically run the numbers, if you failed the purple chest, like you would get it last or you'd get it late. So attached to it, he loses it, he still goes back and gets it.
No point in doing purple chest. It doesn't have anything except this seed. It's got the flute. Oh.
Okay, so I'm guessing
again.
the slashing and the hammer and the flippers, those were fake rage slashes, which is stupid, and those are real rage slashes.
But it looks like he's going to pick up Catfish first, which he's going to probably not appreciate at the time, but when he sees what the medallion is for Meyer, he's definitely going to appreciate.
Yeah, luckily we're not finding some other form of progression like the.
And
the
we
cane
know that the
would open
boots
Turtle Rock or something like that because
were
I
in
feel
the
like there's
first
a good chance
chest
he's
of
gonna go
pod.
back to get that purple chest.
Meaning he has not
Yeah,
even
the
been to
chest
pod
has
yet.
the
I mean, it's a
flute in it.
pendant. Why would you want to do it?
Doing a
You've
masterful
got the
work.
hammer,
Gets
you've
the
got the
one cycle
bow.
with the fire rod.
But I guess
Playing
that doesn't
lights
mean that it's not
out.
bow locked, because he kind of explained that to us earlier. So maybe that's why he didn't go into pod, because he didn't want it to
Getting
be
that
bow
ether
locked.
medallion out, we know exactly where he's going next.
Oh, you better believe
But
it. And
oh
with the
well,
magic
we've
boot
made our
on
way
the
to
boot.
Catfish. This is the 4th time we've been in this area today. Man, I hope he has something. We probably tried to come up here earlier when we didn't have a glove.
But no, that was absolutely textbook.
Oh
fire
god,
rod work
ether,
for
that's
Solstice.
required. Hell yeah. What are we gonna do now? This is
Smoke
gonna be the most
more
interesting, I
likely when he
think.
finds, he really should.
Oh,
Yeah,
save and
He
quit.
has no way to know
At least
that.
you remembered Demir.
Yeah, and it's a tough call to go into Meyer without the Cane of Samaria, but honestly, at this point, I feel like it's the best decision. I mean,
What's
you
next?
can get into the dungeon.
All right, we have all a
likely
pod
get
open
at
to
least-
us.
You can get at least one of the items. I mean, the worst case.
Hell,
scenario,
you could
get
even
a
do
couple
Ice
of
Palace
chips.
right now if you wanted
Yeah, this
to.
is definitely the
So
play.
those are like real things you would do. High
Where's he going,
statistically
though?
high, like valuable.
Unfortunately, we have no bird toss, so Solsky losing.
So what?
Where's he going? Got all those items in pod.
I don't
Got all those
understand,
items
too,
in
like,
pod.
for-
Ice
You would
Palace.
have the
You
hook
could
shot
do
out. You would have the
Batcave,
hook shot
too.
out. Like you would have the hook shot. It's festive hook shot, I think. Like right.
You could do dig game. Those seem like
And
reasonable
it
checks.
is,
Yeah, you gotta go check the magic
Yeah,
bat. He's
Pen
got the
has
powder. That makes
yeah,
sense
Pen's
because
dead at
if he
this
comes
point.
back
Yeah,
here,
Ken can't have King because you
he
need
can
it
do
for
the
Turtle
magic
Rock.
bat
Yeah,
while
it-
he
the
does the
only-
purple chest.
and
So that
this
makes a
is
lot of
super
sense.
long shot, but Ped's got boots and Bob Torch.
I
has
get
big
it. I
feet
understand
for
what he's
Venus
doing now.
Fletch.
Yeah. So
I mean,
we
that's
all
good
know that
chest,
he's
but
going.
you know,
He's doing the
oh, oh.
purple chest and not the
He's
bat.
doing pendant pod.
And none of the other
He could be
obvious
both.
locations.
Not going to be happy when he sees.
Again, you should have hook shot out. Like you could hook shot to that. You can hook shot to
But
that.
he is still
It's
very
a lot faster to have
So
hook
yeah,
shot
he's
out.
coming over here to do
King of
magic
Samaria,
bat.
unless it's
and get the
in
purple
It's just the
chest.
purple chest.
Meyer. this race is still very much up for grabs.
And he skips the bat
no,
again,
you know
which
what?
is
Fuck Magic
ridiculous.
Bat.
Still have to
That's
make
really
his trek
stupid.
Back to Eastern to clear that at some point.
Nope, I'm not doing that. That's
Granted,
fucking
not
bullshit.
a huge amount of time
Takes
he's going
way
to
too much
spend
time.
doing it, but this time he is going to have to.
I think another thing that's interesting
Alright,
is
well,
that
Nope,
again he's
doing
not
that.
doing anything on the way. He just he literally got the chest, failed, lost the chest, went to catfish from chest to get the either, goes back to the chest, and then gets the chest item. Gets nothing along the way except
Here
he
it
checked
was,
one
walking
thing
all
and then
the
he
way
did
down
get it one
here.
cave.
Never did dig game.
A cave that he
I hope he
needed
checked
that he
cave 45.
walked
I'm not
by
even
about
sure
10
if he did
times
or not.
apparently.
I'm just going to assume that he did. And he checked Stumpy eventually. He's had the mirror forever. But yeah, this was a very nice, isolated trip to get this progression. He has been on point with these.
Well, Pod's bow locked and he hasn't dumped his bow yet like he did the chest. Meth said Pod is bow locked and that's why he didn't do Pod, which he had the bow. It's like, what the hell is
I'm
going
literally
through you,
just
dude?
going to do one thing this
See,
entire
real
trip.
quick here,
I'm
what's
not
in
even
this
going to bother
chest,
trying to
big
do
key, which
anything
would be
else.
Awesome if we were in go mode, but we're
And I
still
got the
looking for that
flute.
vein, so
Any
fortunately, not a
slashes?
Huge time save
None?
there.
Smoke not at all happy to find that flute there. Solsky going to pick up. The
That's
vanilla
ridiculous.
bill
That's
as
absolutely
he,
ridiculous.
Checks the vanilla big key chest. Solsky is definitely ahead, but it's not by any means an insurmountable lead. Not with the king still.
Poor
at large.
Solsky.
Yeah, just wait.
But what takes Solsky
But
so
Smoke,
freaking
I
long to
imagine, is
finish?
going
He's
to
like
be
basically done
going
with the
in
game.
Solsky's footsteps. Unlock the flute to 6. Check
Of course,
the
they don't have
shed,
that cane of
check,
Samaria.
Checkerboard cave. Back
That
to the
sucks.
desert and then do Mire.
Where did they find it? I'm curious now.
But not having to.
Well, Solsky, you made the mistake of checking all of Meyer before your opponent had the flute. Alright, wait. Okay, hold on one fucking second. Can we just look at this for a minute?
Is making. And I believe there's only 2 items.
Alright,
in
so
Mire.
Smoke
Don't know if we
just
found
did
any
this
yet.
huge isolated
No, I don't
trip,
think
Yeah.
we have.
and he
I
finally
think
got
we
the
found,
flute.
2 small
What's
keys,
the
a big
first thing we
key,
should
and then that was
do?
the map.
Yeah.
Let's go do pod.
So, Smoke is making the pod play.
I don't want to check Magic
game
Bat.
is
I don't
real.
want to do Dig Game. I don't want to do any of this other stuff I'm next to, but I just got the flute.
Yeah,
I'm going to go
that's
do
ridiculous.
pod.
Given
What the fuck?
places he can check and knowing that, well, he doesn't know that he is. Only
Okay, guys,
away from
wait.
go
Look,
mode.
It's an
He
hour
might
and
still need
17
wait.
minutes in.
But this is going.
Oh,
to be
okay, I get it.
Solsky's in Meyer.
So they're looking for, I guess, Kane and Boots, and they know that nothing's in Meyer. Smoke's watching Solsky's stream. He knows nothing's in Meyer, so he says, okay, it's Pod. He just figures it's Pod, so he doesn't even check Meyer.
Found
Guys, that's,
nothing.
just
All
a
right.
nickel.
Guess what? I'm going to
And,
pod.
Yeah, I think that confirms Vitreous has the last item. And it's
Look at
not
this.
paid.
Look.
Did
Let me
Solsky
just go
check
back.
the-
Let's just rewind
the
for
heart-
1 second.
I'm sorry, the chest that was on the left of that room?
Let me find
Or was
this
that the second
fucking
item?
nonsense.
Oh right, yeah, with second item.
That's
because there
that's
was
another
a
like
car on the
really. That's hard
We're
to
going
watch.
into pod at 117.
nope.
Yeah, look at this. Look at this right here.
Looks like
29 minutes. He could have gone into Pod.
one of the easier.
Here he is. At 28 minutes. Outside of pod. He's got the bow. Even though pod could have been bow locked. And he never went in because he needed money to do Zora to get the hammer. Because he knew the hammer was there. And then Solsky goes ahead and checks the whole entire Meyer area. Comes up fucking empty. There's nothing there. Smoke gets the flute. And he's going to
Yeah, that's
pod?
insane.
Are you actually fucking shitting on my dick right now? This makes literally no sense. This is the biggest fucking
Yeah.
joke I've ever seen in my life.
Ice. It's gotta be Ice Palace.
Oh, smoke, go to
The
ice,
flute
go to
unlocks
ice, go to
pod.
ice.
Oh!
Smoke and Solsky.
Pod wasn't bow locked.
It wasn't even.
They've
Pod
checked
was not bow
everything.
locked. Pod was
Smoke's going to
flute
have
locked.
Probably
That
not
makes
even a
perfect
10-second
sense.
lead
Nobody
entering
told
ice.
us.
So 10-second lead. He does have to find the big key when we get to Misery Mire, but he has silver. Probably, if I had to guess, in terms of item density, Ice Palace.
No, once he does his moods checks, Ice Palace is the only play on the table.
All right, well,
Well,
Solsky
he left some chests in Swamp.
has
that
now
he could
found
go
his
through.
way into
Right,
Pod.
there's left side,
getting his
there's left
boots.
side of Swamp, and then there's
But
Helmet
Solsky
King.
is going to see this dungeon through, and he's going to do Pod. He's going to finish Helmosaur, rather.
now.
Smoke obviously did not do Helmosaur. It's not checked for him. There's still an item at Helmosaur.
Oh man, Helmet
Smoke has now found his way to the mire area, though. He's going to go ahead and check these locations for a second. Now he's going to Flute 8.
Have to be the sickest beat in the history of sick beats. If it's Helmosaur King.
What do I
with
do?
the King
I'm
of
actually
Samaria.
going to stare at my
Who
menu
would
for a
make that-
second.
Yeah. Who
And
would make
Smoke's
that
making
play?
the Ice Palace play, so if Helmosaur does
Wait,
not have the key,
wait.
Just flew to-
No, I'm not doing this yet. Solsky,
Hey,
can you
if-
go ahead
oh,
and
Smoke is,
kill Helmosaur
Oh, yeah.
really
The-
fast
What's
so I
everyone
can see
now?
what
He's
you're
waiting
doing?
for
Rock,
Solsky to
Rock,
finish
Rock,
Helmosaur.
yeah,
Yeah, well,
he
I'll
realized
actually
he
just
did
go
have
ahead
the
and go
little
do
plays he could
these
make.
bonk rocks really fast.
So yeah, it'll be
A hammer dash? This hammer dash is on the left?
There's no other
Really bad
locations
idea.
that I've
It's
skipped
really
in
slow.
the
It's
game
hard
so
to
far, though.
walk.
So, like, this isn't a big deal. I'll do the bonk rocks.
Really, the only Smoke's got silvers, but Solsky has a little bit more health plus the safety.
Oh man.
Oh, God.
Like,
Kane on
oh my
Helmosaur would have been great.
goodness.
That would have been fan-fucking-tastic. So I fluted to 8 to do Ice Palace, but I was like, no, wait. I cannot get myself committed to something that
Alright.
long.
Do we see a
While my
king?
opponent's, killing a
Success!
boss and giving me, oh, it's just a piece
I
of
think
hearts.
Smoke's doing
It's
this.
got to be
It's
Ice
gotta be
Palace.
Ice
It's got to be Ice.
He didn't
Smoke-
do this earlier. Smoke didn't do this earlier. Remember when he was going to Catfish and he lost his chest? Yeah, he didn't do this. Okay, I guess that's because he didn't have boots. Okay, that's because he didn't have boots. Okay, never mind.
He's literally down like 30
Oh,
fucking
Smoke,
checks right
Smoke,
now
go to ice,
relative
go
to
to ice,
Solsky,
go to
so he has
ice.
no idea if it's Ice Palace.
Smoke and Solsky
But
have
maybe
Now he
he'll
goes
get
to
lucky
ice,
and he'll
yeah.
make the right call and pick the
He
right
literally
guy.
goes to ice right when
He's going to
Solsky
Ice
finishes.
Palace.
That's
I-
ridiculous.
Who fucking knew?
second lead entering ice.
How
So,
did he do it?
10
How did
seconds.
he? He's
does
so.
have to
This
find the
is.
big key when we get
If
to Misery
anybody
Mire,
new
but
to
he has
Randomizer
silvers,
is
and
watching this,
Solsky
this
does
is
not.
how you become a top tier
Although
runner.
Solsky is
This
doing
is
bridge quests now.
the
Yeah.
grit that it takes, the
He is-
gambles
and
that
if
you
he
need to
does find
make
the
to
shovel,
win these
that'll
matches.
give him that. So it'll basically be the difference of go mode swamp of go mode Mire versus
So you flute the ice,
big-
but you don't do
big
ice. You do some
Mire.
other stuff, and then you go back to ice.
versus,
You go to
um,
pod, but you don't do pod because you
Yeah.
need to get the hammer from somewhere else. Even though
versus,
you could have got money
elite
from
that
pod,
Smoke can generate
but that
here.
means you wouldn't have been able to single dip pod. Then you do a random location
No,
because
he didn't do shovel.
pod.
So it looks like there's two things going on here that I'm kind of learning. One, it's actually helpful for Smoke Meth to not do item locations because he needs filler item locations. Because if Smoke Meth commits to a dungeon, and then, for example, Solsky is doing Helmosaur and there's nothing on Helmosaur, and Smoke Meth is in Mire, it would make no sense for Smoke Meth to randomly mirror out of Mire. Like he's hard committed, so he has to do these filler locations when he waits for Solsky to finish the dungeon, and if he gets lucky in a filler location, he wins. So it's actually in his favor to not do random locations like the bat. Doing the bat, if he does the powder bat half magic, then what happens is he can't do it later. So it's actually like heavily in his favor to not do these locations. And you see, this is how it plays out.
was Bollock,
Where if
even
he
though
was
meant to
if
say
he
it
was in a random dungeon that there was nothing in, he would lose this race actually because he can't just mirror out, and Solsky would have actually he would have integrity figured out it was ice. He would have through the means of the game he would have figured out it's ice.
Going to the library for the shovel.
So that's going to give Smoke a lot of extra time on Vitreous.
Not only on Vitreous, on Ganon.
Holy cow, this is a freaking race.
Yeah, Smoke. Dare I say, Smoke's taking a lead.
Really messed up.
Smoke's taking a lead. Wow, he made the
Honestly,
brave call.
Probably the best item that Solsky can find here is the cane before finding Samaria.
Wait, where the fuck were
Because
silvers?
that'll before
What did Solsky skip that he didn't do?
And I guess that would be the benefit of doing all the obscure item locations, or like doing
those?
things that Solsky isn't doing, is that you do find things like silver arrows.
Hey, have a good one, Frame. Take care, man. I'll highlight this.
Difference of go mode mine.
Silvers were at the dig spot?
Versus
Oh, where was the shovel? Shovel was in the library? Solsky, you fucking idiot. Well, that makes sense, because Smoke was the first person to make the play on pod, so he had the boots first. Actually, I mean, Smoke was, like, the first person to make the first, like, 2 fake plays in the pod, and also the first real play in the pod.
So it's actually not buffering on my end. That's the video.
I think we'll just leave it at this. I think I think we should probably all call it a night. It's been a little too much excitement for us. But let's go back to the highlight of this. Frame with the question.
Where are you going? Where are you going? Smoke. Question mark. That's
so
hilarious.
Good. It's right there. Look at this. Look. Excuse me? Alright, y'all enjoy. Alright, I'm out. You guys have a great night. Thank you for listening to me. Have a good one, folks.
Look at the chat. That's like, oh, you guys can't see it. Yeah, look at the chat. Right here. Nothing didn't make any sense this run. I'm almost surprised that this went on for this long. It's ridiculous. So yeah, I wanted to let's just fast forward here. I'm crying right now. I thought maybe I'll get banned for it. So yeah, there's a problem. Apparently, like the admins are just kind of banning people, or like there's like a lockdown on talking about cheating. It just seems really ridiculous, like really absurd. But for me, I don't care. So I'll talk about it as much as I can. Like. I hate the admins anyway, and they all hate me too. You know why they don't like me? You know why the admins don't like me? It's because I talk about this stuff. I actually do talk about it. That's why. So yeah, guys, I made a video talking about this, a cheating skill in randomizer. And getting Dicko, he said, "Let me guess. People use ROM readers after randomizing their ROM to know where this stuff is. Retards use that in Pokemon Randomizer in 2013 already. I will watch later." I didn't know that was a thing. I didn't know you could do that in Randomizer. It's like that easy to cheat. I don't think people are doing that in Link to the Past Randomizer, or at least it's not common. He said after that, there's ROM hacking tools for Pokemon ROMs to see what Pokemon are in each route. What starters moveset, you could randomize the ROM using the seed, then open it, and some dudes never chose the wrong starter and stuff. Really obvious. I bet people do that in Link to the Past. Honestly, I think he's right. I actually do think at least one person has done that in the Link to the Past Randomizer in the tournaments in the game. I mean, we're going to show you guys how much Link to the Past Randomizer is played. So this is the web page. This is actually not Randomizer. I'm shocked. But yeah, okay, Link to the Past Super Metroid combo Randomizer. And actually, look at it. Zatox, a guy accused of cheating in the same vein that Smoke Meth was. Obviously, Smoke Meth was cheating. It probably is too. Rando. Okay, not Rando. Let's play Rando. This is not even the weekly race. Look how much Rando this is. This is all Randomizer. It just goes on forever. It just goes on Randomizer. In fact, I think a lot of this is weekly, but yeah. You just show you guys how much Randomizer actually played. And you know what? Speed Gaming is not even streaming Randomizer right now. I don't see Speed Gaming streaming. Usually you see 1,000 viewers Randomizer, 1,000 viewers Speed Gaming 2, 1,000 viewers Speed Gaming 3. They don't even have that right now. Look at the followers, 459,000 followers. This beats most speed games. The only speed games that beat this, I think, are Super Mario 64. Maybe Super Mario Odyssey, like a lot of the newer games. Ocarina of Time, I think, beats this. That's it. Mostly entirely because of Randomizer. A Link to the Past barely gets views. Like, we don't actually get views for anything. Lag Attack has the most views. A Zelda 1 streamer. Void has 52 views. He gets 200 for Donkey Kong Country 2. He has the world record in Donkey Kong Country 2. Gets 50 for A Link in the Past. Jake576 is doing Master Sword RTA and is getting 10 viewers. This is usually what we get for A Link in the Past. It's almost entirely dead. But we have 459,000, almost entirely due to Randomizer. A lot of people play Randomizer. I wouldn't be surprised if somebody was cheating using ROM editing or ROM hacking tools. But no, generally what's happening is that people just screen peek. You just watch the actual tournament while you run. You do the run, you open the tournament up. Boom. The commentators are literally giving you a live feed of what the other guy is doing. There's 1,500 people in the chat, and nobody's gonna know you're in the chat. Like, and even if you didn't want to do that, you could have a friend have the seed too, the randomized seed too, give him the seed, and then he could either use ROM tools or just play through it in 2x speed, or just play through it starting with boots and flutes to just find where stuff is and just feed you, just tell you where stuff is. I mean, it's so easy. It's super easy to cheat in Randomizer. It's like unbelievably easy. I mean, again, like look at how many people are running it, and notice how many of these people have 0 viewers. 21 people have 0 viewers, and then another 24 people have 1 viewer. Another 24 people have 1 viewer. So how many of these people are cheating right now? How many people right now are cheating in Randomizer? You know, how hard would it for this guy? He trained 24. Actually, he was doing commentary. TV playing, LT Gray, Gaining's Gone Wild. This is probably Downtime Death, actually. How many of these people, like, nobody knows who this is, right? Nobody has any clues. He has 7 followers. 0 following. Like, who is this guy? It seems like a Randomizer account. May 19th, May 26th, so seems pretty new. I mean, it seems like a new account. Maybe this is I Smoke Bad Daily 69. This is his new alt account. Yeah, it'd be unbelievably easy to cheat. And not just unbelievably easy to cheat, like, who's gonna know? What can they do? What if 10 people are cheating? What if the admin's gonna do? And you saw it in this video. You get banned. If you talk about it, you get banned. They don't care. They don't do anything about it. And another thing too, just accept it. He's not getting Z4 was the same shit last tournament. He got top 16. And Christos is an admin who also completely changed his playstyle and did it back to him. Christos through stage talks was 100% staged. Multiple people are saying this. Multiple people come together and saying this shit's cheating. They're staged. He's 100% cheating. Nothing. And you can't do anything about it. How many people in these comments said you get banned? You get banned. You get criticized. I know people, and Troopster's one of them, who has specifically told me, I talked to the admins and they told me off. They said they're not going to look into it and I need to stop talking about it. Leon, this guy. This is the guy. Troopster said, I think the King of Leon, also known as Shungli Wannabe, is Icebug Beth, who's cheating. This video is on Icebug Beth. Who's cheating? Can you guys, the administrators, he talked to 2 administrators, can you guys look into it? They said no. They told him off and they threatened to ban him, I guess. That seems to be the message. He actually is Icebug Meth. I got confirmation. This actually is Icebug Meth. Can you believe that? Can you believe that? That's hilarious. That's insane. So guys, I just made a powerful tweet that summed up this whole video. This is nuts. Make sure to retweet this tweet. Make sure to like it. It's insane. This drama is absolutely insane. And actually, I'm thinking about getting some of the randomizer people onto my YouTube videos and gonna interview them and talk about them because like this stuff is just ridiculous, too insane, and it's going viral. I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel to follow all of the randomizer drama, all Link to Past drama, all the good speed drama. Make sure to follow my YouTube channel. Make sure to stay tuned in. Become a subscriber and also hit the bell for notifications. Join the most powerful notification squad online anywhere. And you're going to become an alpha gamer, guys. Level up. And the real reason alpha gaming, guys, it's to overcome garbage like this. Garbage like these horrible monopolizing speedrun administrators. This is like complete cancer. We are going to overcome it through alpha gaming. I'll see you guys later. And thanks for watching.